G'day and welcome to the Winter 2022 campaign for Trackmania. It's a new year, which means a new season of the Trackmania official campaign. We have 25 maps, 5 different difficulties. It's going to be a good one. We're joined by Paul and Kevin. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hello.
But I think we just jump straight into it. I'll talk while we play, I think. So I'll go to the countdown. Let's do it. 3,
Ready?
2, 1. Start.
Let's
Good luck.
go.
Have fun. So we are going to target author times, author medals. See if we can get them. Within an hour to an hour and a half has been what we've seen in the previous one. So we'll see how similar it's going to be. But as you can see from the very first map here, we're going straight into some ice, potentially. Well, we're back on asphalt for this. Looks like maybe speed slides potentials. I'm not going to get into that in this video. There's some good tutorials for that if you want to check them out. But short and sweet, only gold, so I'll go again. But pretty simple map to start it off. So the white series, always the easiest lot. Give a quick overview on what to expect. You can tap the brake there to get an air brake, always a good one for the rest of the campaign. I've tried full speeding that and it has worked, and that will nearly certainly be the author medal. There we go. Next map. So a couple things to look for. I'm going into this completely blind, so I have no idea. But I do wonder how much ice there's going to be, as it is the winter campaign. They've had some previews which have shown a lot of ice. But in that first map, it seemed to be only just in the downhill, which actually has a trick where you go left and right, like zigzag, which I'm kind of not keen for. But we'll see what happens.
I love straight that add some ice.
Nice. So with this one, seems kind of easy again, but there is something at the end with the water bounce, which will be definitely needing when you hunt records quite far. You won't need for these all the times, but if you angle yourself slightly there, you can often get a little bit of a speed boost in the water. So if you're struggling with that, maybe you can try that. It could give you some precious milliseconds. But cool little map. The start maps are really not too much, so seem fine so far. Alright, we have some boost straight off the bat in map number 3. Some speed slide potentials on this, so you want to be drifting pretty smooth, taking it safe. Maybe go for a wider drift on this one, and then that's the end. Only silver. Wow, okay. Guess I really stuffed up the start, which can give you a lot of speed. So I've got the overlay up in the top right, which you can use if you're struggling with some inputs. Just in case. I will restart that one. But definitely want to try and be smooth on these drifty surfaces, and you can utilize brake drifting a lot on asphalt, for example. Mostly full speed here.
3 and number 4 are quite difficult for beginner players.
I think in the previous ones these have been like a bit speedy, and again we're seeing quite a lot of speed here.
Yeah.
Ooh, overslide on that end. Don't know if it's going to be enough if it was only silver. It is, so quite close medals there. And on to the next one. Paul, you want to 4 yet, or you?
I just got into 4.
Nice, same as me. Alright,
I spent way too long on AO1.
Nice! I got the bug where you see how it flicked up there, so don't know why it does
use
that.
The mouse. If you just click. If you click on drive alone, even if it's not highlighted, it still works.
It's because it like loads the ghost afterwards, which is a bit odd, but anyway. But we have some tight turns here again, which is similar in last number 5 map. Go for a loop. Wait, okay, I was going to say there's no camera change, but don't really need it. Very short and sweet again. I think these maps are a little bit easier than last time. Excuse me. Maybe 4 was a little bit, has some definitely potential in terms of smooth steering and stuff, but outside of that they've been quite simple. Let's go full send to maximize the speed. Was it worth it? It was. Okay. And we go on to the next one. Actually, it was map 3, so Paul's actually ahead. I miscounted. No, it did the thing again. Such an annoying thing.
You just completed map 4.
Yeah, so I'm on map 5.
I'm still on map 4.
Yeah, but you were ahead of 4 when I was... Anyway. That's in the past. Let's look at the future as I fail this jump instantly. Nice. It says turn right, so I turned right. And it didn't. Okay, so we have definitely a remake here. I can recognize this immediately, because there's a nice bug slide ending on this one. Which I don't know is going to be the strat or not in this version of it, but personally not a fan of remakes at all. But if they keep it to 1 or 2, then definitely fair enough. Alright, so at the end of the 5 you do get trophies, which is the in-game like ranking system. So for those, if I got bronze in all the maps, you'd get the bronze after that. A bronze trophy and so on for the certain type of medals you get. So once we get off run here, hopefully this run. Yeah, I'm not sure to bug slide or not on this so far, so smooth still. Also, this ending is new compared to the remake. But keeps it fresh, I suppose, and there we go. So we got the higher author time, which means we get a higher medal. But on to the next lot of difficulty. Here we go. Let me simply sit. My upload's a bit heavy
number 6.
sometimes. So pretty simple overall in those first few. We'll see how much it steps up in the difficulty here. There wasn't any ice other than that AO1, was there? So nothing from the first few, which is probably appropriate because it's not the easiest surface, so you don't really want it too quickly.
That AO1 is going to be like that weird angle wiggle on the
yeah,
ice
I was talking about that.
Yeah.
Followed by some speed slides.
That is where you
and
get
have
the...
too much speed for that last corner, so it'll be insanely precise.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
That's where you get standard or club access so you can see the replays. So I won't get into too much of that. This is just the tips for off the time, which you definitely don't need to do those very difficult technical stuff in this. And just like that, as I'm taking it pretty easy on this map, simple off the time, so we go to the next one. Yo, Fred, Happy New Year, mate. How you doing? Okay, so we have our first bit of water.
I find it funny that Nick says, oh, it's easy, but I'm struggling.
Yeah, but like, you don't have hundreds of hours in this game, so...
Well, actually, I have my anniversary in 2 weeks.
Nice.
1 year anniversary, so...
I definitely do not. I have my, like... I'm nearly an adult in this game. Alright, so lots of water bounces in this map, like lots and lots and lots of water bounces in this map, which will utilize something called an action key. If you don't know how to... Well, if you don't know what an action key is first, they just lock your steering to a certain angle, so 50, 60%. And certain ones help with water bounces. And if you don't know how to get them enabled, make sure to move your mouse to the top of the screen and all the settings are there. I'll go for a no drift strat on this one. Let me land smooth, go for a bit of a zigzag, but you probably don't need to Get the bounce. I think, as I talked about on that map number 2 or something, you might be able to land sideways, and it could be faster, but so far I'm not really sure. The water physics, I'm definitely no expert in yet. It's been out for half a year, and I definitely don't know. But you don't want to slide out like that. So, with the water tires, it means you can slide out very easily. That's why I went for that release on that one section, but maybe because you have the dirt, you can lose the water tires quick enough. So you want to bounce out straight and then start turning. You don't want to be angled. Also, hopefully my voice isn't too bad. I've been doing a lot of streaming already today. Lots of hype going into this campaign. But doing my best. And I hope that you can enjoy. But I didn't say in the intro. Make sure to sub if you're new. Drop a comment, like, all that jazz. Does help out, but at our first struggle one. Do have a little bit more speed this time. So maybe it was a close overtime? 0.3 gain is a fair bit, and it is enough. I'm glad I didn't reset. So want to maybe drift that middle corner and carry the speed through to the ending. But here we go on to the next one, number 08, which used to be a classic style of... Okay, we got our first tough ice. The AM style used to be like a downhill staircase, but I think they have gone away from that. We're back to kind of normal-ish mapping. I say that though, and that a little bit of ice at the start might be a bit technical. Excuse me. So we have another bobsleigh, so you want to go from the left side on that, and a very harsh corner at the end there. So you want to stay in the red lines. Otherwise you'll bounce out there.
Oh, I've been hitting the finish twice on 06. I mean, you cannot see it when you're coming from down it.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of the finishes are in like the air and stuff, and they're a bit blind.
Well, actually I was aiming for the middle of the arrow, but even then I'm still hitting the border.
Same thing. In for the middle, smash straight into between the two finishes.
Yeah, so you can use the lines on the in the maps, but yeah, it can be quite tough. I recommend changing or assigning cameras to buttons you might not use. That's what I have, and I could quickly change between it. Also, while we were talking on that one, I finished that map. Make sure to carry the speed through. I actually didn't do the start that fast, but you can kind of just carry it safely through, kind of just tap a few times. Releasing in ice is very key to hold your angle. Braking makes it more close of an angle, so you go tighter. So just remember those two things to perfect ice, but it ain't easy. Just practice, 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 and you will hopefully be able to get it. And as I said at the end, make sure to stay in that red line as best as you can, because that will give you the line to carry through. But on to this one, as I crash again, there's a bit of a reactor there, so definitely want to pick that up to go up into the hill. Seems like actually getting a little bit of that bump there is faster. Would have thought maybe going wide was. But a bit of a different map, not really my style. So go wide and smooth, drop in. Try and take the reset late to have your reactor for longest, but with that I also lost a gear, so you want to be listening to gears. I'll continue with this run, but I don't think it might just be enough. Let's find out. Over the dark grass there is penalty grass, you want to avoid that. But also that is not enough, so we go again. It's a bit of an odd map. I think pretty much if I keep that gear on that reactor part at the top, I should be good. Try going for a bit of a wider line to have a gear a bit longer. Yeah, there we go. We've kept it. So you don't want to be steering when you change gear. Yeah, look how much that saved. Holy moly. So trying to avoid that edge. There's a little bit of a gap there. But we go into the finish. Definitely going to be enough. Let's go. Yo, Fred, there's not really any story behind the giraffe. It's just kind of thought of something a bit different. Always liked giraffes, so why not? Giraffes are cool. But yeah, no particular story. I thought it was good for a unique brand. There are people who obviously brand with giraffes, but I don't think there's that many. Like, I could have done an Australian giraffe or whatever, but yeah, I like giraffes.
You should have taken a koala.
Yeah, but as I was about to say, so many people do koalas if they're Australian, so it's like, is it as unique as a giraffe? Not really. Somehow, that's Orthron number 10, so maybe 10 a bit of an easier one. While we're cool storing bobbing, that one you just want to make sure to take smooth drifts, keep your gear, listen to the gears, make sure to take it smooth. And yeah, if you get that, maybe some of the corners you can go a little bit wide. Drift around on the edge, it will really rev your gear up, which is very helpful. I wasn't expecting to get it first try though, so we got 1 author time on the first try, which is always a nice little achievement to do. But on to the blue series now, which is stepping up the difficulty a little bit, number 11. So start with bobsleigh, which is always a bit tough. This is one of the preview maps, so it's in the box.
We love boxes.
Gotta remember to watch out for the red lines and try and keep it in the lines there, but a very janky landing on that one, so you won't have it this time. But let's continue to see the map. Looks like pretty much a bobsleigh. Yeah, pretty much entirely bobsleigh with a bit of sausage drifting. So 2 things that people, or beginners mostly, find quite tough. So that is quite funny. But seems in a fairly simple layout. Not simple, but like not too difficult. Ooh, that is certainly a reset. But yeah, I think mostly already just make sure to try and stay in the red lines. You don't really need to get Orpha, you don't really need to think about too much of how much steering percentage you have, and that can definitely be helpful for like proper grinding of maps, but for this, I ain't gonna bother too hard. For this corner, make sure don't drift because you'll have ice tires. This one you want to jump in a little bit and then maybe use the ramp, go up and down, and this has actually gone very good. That was a little bit lucky, but if you kind of understand how to flow your car through, it can make a lot of sense. So there we go. On to the next one. How are the boys doing? Well, what are we up to?
I'm on number 9 still.
What are you up to, Gal?
I'm at number 8.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
1 or 2, and the rest aiming for gold.
I think I've lucked out a little bit on 1 or 2.
I'm hoping I can one-shot 10 like you did.
Yeah, that was an odd one. Like, it was just kind of, you gotta take it smooth. And it just worked fresh. Alright, with this one, seems like a pretty heavy tech map with some water bounces, which I was kind of hoping there wasn't going to be as many water bounces. Seems like there is going to be a lot of water bounces, but it is what it is now. As I talked about, some of these you might be able to turn like slightly sideways in the bounce and it will be faster. But some of the hover ones, which I'll get to once we get to it, you do not want to be steering because you'll slow down. But I think all of this you can take safe. No! This was the one I was about to talk about. Just no steering and then go for it. So not easy to do, but you can practice from checkpoints and maybe can try and ace it from that. I'll grab, I think I didn't grab all the boost last time. So I'll grab all the boost. through this section. Full speed again. Yeah, it's going to be tough. You got to try and stay in the middle there. So I slightly turned at the end, but I don't think I've lost too much. Go right side pole, small release. But yeah, I think this one, if you land sideways, could be slightly quicker. But there we go again. On to the next one. But yeah, I'm not so sure about the landings on the water. I would probably honestly nearly just say take it flat and safe, and keep it there. But from past experiences, if it's like a heavy deep water where it's just a jump over, I think landing sideways is often helpful to gain a slight bit of speed. But maybe it's different in this, I don't know. This is just experiences that I've had. But anyway, we're on to this one now. Quite a fast map again. That was a blind... thought I was doing quite good, but then that was very kind of blind jump. A long drift through, and we have a red booster and a reactor finish jump. Interesting. I bet if I'm landing halfway in that, I feel like you're gonna over jump, and somehow that is author. That was not a good run. But hopefully if you kind of copy my lines in that, maybe you can get author time. Again, just try and take it with a bit of flow. Smooth steer a couple of those. But it was over, so I wasn't expecting to get a first try. I was going to explain it as I was going through, but there we go. We're on to the next one. I can't do much about it now. You can always comment if you need some help, and I'll try and help. On to the next one. I made a small bonk, which I do again, but let's keep going. So we have a bit of dirt tech on this. Lots of speedy jumps and such again. Smooth. Ooh, that's a bit of a sharp one. Okay, so you got it first try as well. I'll be interested to see...
second try, I hit the wall.
Oh, that's right.
Last corner.
That's still similar. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if... in general, they're easier... Oh, shit. That was not the button I wanted to tick. I'm just in auto drive. Yeah, if in general, they're a little bit easier. I thought so far, from kind of going through half the map so far, I honestly feel like the White Series authors are the hardest so far, which is not how they should be. But maybe I'm just chancing it, getting lucky, or just taking it with a perfect amount of smoothness. But we do continue this one, making sure you get your drifts early, like this one. You want to use the bump there a little bit. I probably over drifted too much. And then follow it through with full speed. Watch the poles at the ending. That should be enough. On to the next one. We're flying through these. There's no helping me, Nick. I suck at Trackmania. Same. Ooh, you can definitely jump over this cruise control. So some people don't know what cruise control is. It just locks you at a speed. Literally what cruise control is in real life. But it looks like you can definitely jump over that one. Now we have plastic again. You gotta watch out for taking it quite smoothly. Some sausage jumps. Ooh, that's a bit of a transitional speed check. So I tactical wallbang into the ending. I was gonna bug slide there just for the memes, but I thought a very small amount of chance that maybe I could have got off time, but just not enough. I want one more reset. Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, you would think that the mapper would have calculated that, but just this is just my first thoughts when I see this. So it's probably going to be something. What should just be? You have to land on that, like the world record or something. It's going to be something ridiculous, I'm sure. Utilize the smooth line there. Go the inside line. Jump across. Go on the outside to inside here. And smoothly drift there. The cruise control. Jump into the insides. Try and stay in the middle. Oh, not the middle, the inside, sorry. And that will help you get a better turn. But we get another auth time onto the reds, which I expect to start to amp up the difficulty. Right, let's go. So, a lot of dirt. It's going to be a full dirt map. Of the reactor. I wasn't sure if it was down right instantly there or not. We'll just run through it once here to make sure we know where to go. Stay low on that one. Left or right here, we reckon. I think I chose the right side because then you can kind of zoom into this one. Right. Awkward turn there a little bit. Smooth drift, the road to get the grip, maybe get the gear as well. And a blind loop jump, but we do get an internal camera at least. Right, not a good run, but just to see the map through is all good. And we will now get it first try. 100%. There's literally no chance I could fail. There's not a single one. Not a single one.
I believe you.
Shit. Let's go for a restart. That pole which I nearly ran into, the flag, really stuffed my lines up there. I thought I was going to crash at that flag. I wasn't ready to continue. Oh! Okay, so the reactor's quite tough to carry speed through there. This is quite a sharp one. Oof. Follow it through a bit later there. Don't do what I just did and clip the edge early. Go through the middle, drift to the side. Did I clip there? It sounded like I lost speed. I can't tell if you want to stay high on that or go down early. It seems quite tough to stay on the outside there. Only gold. What a pleb. Make sure to 11. Nice. Make sure to listen to gears on that start as well, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of time. You saw that I kind of lost it a little bit there as well. I knew I should have restarted. Look how much speed I lost. We'll go through with a good run this time, then it won't matter. 3 times to get an author in red is fine, to be honest. I say that and I crash. Shit. I knew I was going to jinx myself. Whoa! Late drift. Take it smooth. Ooh, not quite optimal, but continue. Avoid the bumps, go hard steer. Go release just so I don't crash. We go again! Okay. That was not what I wanted. That would have been a way ahead of author time as well. That was a good run. So watch out for that edge, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes you get a backflip off of it. Smiley face. But you know what? You got to do one wicked thing in this video. It's not a Simply Nick video without a wicked start. Might waste some time on the speed run, but it's worth it for the wicked points. Alright, so I've noticed that if you lower gear there, you don't get the air time. But I think you want to be in the upper gear.
I was not expecting that water on number
Surprise!
Number 13, it's just that water.
Oh, what is that gear? That's disgusting. Look how much I lost. But it is enough, so I think I must have been super close. I got a bit unlucky that I didn't get it straight away there. But anyway, that's alright. We vibe, but we go straight into ice on number 17. So number 19 had ice, and it had poles in terrible positions. But it seems like we're back on road, so I was going to say maybe this is going to be an ice one, but doesn't look like it so far. Where are we jumping to? Okay, let's just... I love blind jumps. Alright. Okay. So up and right is where you want to go. And you don't want to jump that high. So this is not a good run for me, but... Looking at this, let's continue this map, because maybe there's going to be a surprise after this wall ride. Okay. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? That's not going to make it. Let's restart. So, fascinating map here. I held the gear that entire time, but I'm not sure if the optimal was to kind of go into next gear or not.
There's a red booster at the end of 13.
Yeah, no. I thought you would love that. Nope. Alright, so this is a odd one from first thought. Yeah, so you hear the gear change there. I'm not sure what would be fast. I think getting the gear is better, what I just did. Ah, I don't like this, these jumps. Because there's been a lot of, well, not a lot of them, but there definitely has been this kind of jump in other campaign maps in the past, but this one's kind of like blocked in. So you gotta kind of go from here over to the right. And we still don't make it. Alright, red has slowed me down. The speedrun was going very good for a change. I thought maybe we had a chance to be our fastest speedrun, but this is, I think, one of my slower reds so far. That's fine. This is a blind playthrough speedrun, so sometimes that is the way to go. Let's just go with that. That is not what you want, but you can save it like that, so... Ah, but then I clipped this. I don't like this map. Already, I don't like it.
So
stay inside, follow through, stay on the left, and then jump right. This is horrible. This is one of the worst maps I've seen ever in a Discovery. Like, it might be fine once you get into it, but yeah, Discovery terms, this is terrible. You also got to air brake instantly because you get a nose down because of how it's set up. There we go, we have made it. Let's go middle. It is enough, but very tight. Let's hope that this is enough for a run. Go a bit early, jump down low. And one final jump. which we are gonna fail, so we're gonna have to go again. Yeah. This is not a good one in my opinion. I hope that I like it later on, but initial, bad. But I believe this is the run. Watch this. So insta air brake. I'll just wait, and I still clip. This is disgustingly bad. Disgusting. Alright, so I got the up gear, and you see how your lower rev, which is faster, so I think the lower rev, no, the change into the upper gear is definitely faster. Alright, let's go here. That should be optimal. Go pretty much in the middle. Air brake, but don't know if it's needed or not. Weirdly, I have my replay even though I didn't finish. I don't know what's with that. But let's continue. Let's stay on this side and then jump. Oh, that is an over jump and a half, but let's see if it doesn't matter. And we get into finish. Right, so I'm not sure in terms of what the author time is going to be on that one. I pretty much told you how to do the start. And then that middle section, you just want to carry the speed through. I bet there's a jump. Okay, there was, but not that far. But yeah, that's a bad map in my opinion from first look. It's not often a map like that. I think it kind of is nice, Wicked by the way, that it's a bit different, but from first thought it doesn't hit. Let's just continue with this run to see where it is, because it seems like a couple transitional jumps here are quite blind. So we go through. This is all freewheeling, interestingly. That's a long freewheeling section. Alright, so plastic, watch out for how much you can slide out on this. Jump over, do we have enough? Yes, thought we were going to that checkpoint, but we're not. Jump into here, that's a bit of a bad landing. Also for starting to get into a bit of technicalities, you can kind of zigzag as well, like really quickly left-right on plastic to get gears faster, but that is starting to get into the very tough part of things, and you don't really need it to get author time. Same as the landing differently in, or sideways in water kind of thing. That's quite advanced. Yeah, that's not a no drift I want there. So the red ones have really stopped me. I think it just has quite a heavy learning curve. Okay, that was actually grip on the freewheel there. Interesting. You bounce out. I wonder if somehow you could maybe not bounce out of that. If you can take it smooth, you're definitely going to be a lot faster. You bounce out, you get a lot of air time, you waste a lot of time. But I'm not sure how you'll do that. Carry all this through, jump to the left. I'm surprised there's not a sign there. No turning on that, otherwise you're going to waste a lot of time. I'm going to release and then turn into this. You want to smooth steer that and then get into the finish. That would not be enough. What? I was confident that was going to be enough there. Maybe the freewheeling section? Good luck on author, holy shit. Because that was not a bad run there. Unless... Maybe it's the water thing I was talking about. Maybe you do want to just flat jump out of the water instead of get like the
like
very big bunny hop. No, I didn't see any. We'll go low here. Okay, we're bouncing that time. I think you want to be smooth there. Alright, we're behind this time. Oh, you see how it... And yeah, look at the speed. This is exactly what I was talking about. Exactly what I was talking about. But I don't know why that happens. But we've saved 0.7 from that, so that would be why we didn't get author time. Which is annoying because I think these are completely random. I don't know if anyone knows why you just bounce out of this or you smoothly jump out of it. Bet there's a freewheel skip? Yeah, I bet there is too, but I'm not gonna bother in this quick run here. I don't have time to camera 7 cuts. If I see them initially, I will go for them, but I didn't see any initial ones from the freewheeling positioning yet. And also, if you would expect a map like this, you'd probably think that the cuts are prevented. Fun fact, Nadeo don't really make their maps anymore. They're made by community members, which are hired to make them, but they're actual good mappers. We'll drift through here, that's a lot of extra speed. And we have a lot more speed now. And we get that low one, so I bet I'm going to be like a second ahead here. 1.5. So with the better speed in the freewheeling and getting the low jump there. So we can take that terribly like I did and still just be ahead now. Low, land on the right, smooth all of this. And yeah, you can probably left right really quickly at the end there to get it faster, but that's very technical. And because we were on that for so long, we get world record. Hell yeah. I've seen a lot of number ones, but I think that's our first official good rank. So I'm going to count that as one world record. I'm sure I'll get beaten in the next 5 minutes, but for now, I got it there. Ooh, insta to the right instead of smooth. You probably do want to take that smooth, but... Sharp turn. Jump through. Okay, transition jump. We're on 19, so we got one more red after this. And that big jump. Wait, what is this doing here? What? Okay, I don't know what was with the multi-route there. I'm gonna use the tilt there to jump, but I was kind of mid drinking and not being able to do it there. Don't drink and drive, kids. Also, that is a weird jump, so we got stuck there for a little bit. And one final jump. This reminds me of one of the, might have been, honestly, the last winter campaign. One of the later maps in that, except it was grassed. But wouldn't have a clue what number. But let's go through this again. Jump smooth. Jump low is definitely more optimal. Go smooth here. Always jump. Get the drift. Avoid the snow if you can. Wonder if you can do this no drift. So it has the arrows to the right there, but it feels really optimal to go to what I'm doing there. Use the tilt as I talked about. If we get author time here, I want to quickly cam 7. I know that's not really in the speedrun of things, but I'm very curious and see on the split. This was an okay run. Let's see if it is going to be enough. I think it will be. No, not quite. So I think we must be pretty close to the brink again. I'm really interested to see on that last map how close we were. I feel like on that first run we were probably pretty close, but because we didn't get that bounce, we got the bounce. Really wasted a lot of time. And then Pormal's gonna be like, yo, I got this first try.
I'm still stuck on behind you.
Oh! Alright, hang on, while we're here. So jump here, but then... yeah, it's not too bad, but I feel like going over to the right is kind of a bit better. But maybe go for a low jump and you're already on that right side, and that will be where you have to go anyway. Alright, so try and low jump. Get this pretty smooth. You can do a lot of this better, but it should technically be enough for half the time. Get the drift. I'm actually going to go for that jump. A really low jump. Okay, I got the air time there. Let's... hard to tell because I got the bounce. I feel like the full sand will be quicker instead of low jumping. So curious. So I'm just going to go for the full speed. But yeah, as I said, club and standard access, you can see replays. Well, is standard you can only check the leaderboard, so if you really am a hunter, I would recommend club. It's definitely a good addition to verse replays and check them out. And you can always watch YouTube vids and stuff, but it is convenient having it in the game ready. Alright, that was a terrible turn. We've wasted so much, but I will gain it back by doing a different line through that. This is a really janky ride, but we try, do it really low. Go for the jump to victory. Don't hit. Yes, that should be enough. So, not the best run on that, but yeah. I think I showed you enough different lines in that to try and definitely showcase how it's to give you an off medal. Here we go, straight into a looping. Ooh. So jump. Going through. That's a good speed check. Nice. Let's go this way. Ugh, it's so hard to play control with one hand. The jump. Alright, so they're not making these beginner friendly. There's a lot of transitions I've noticed in this campaign. Oh! No, let's release a bit. Wasn't expecting that. But like in terms, what I'm more so thinking, like TA, maybe people can practice enough. Where are they going? Okay, over to the right. But for matchmaking, which these maps will be played in matchmaking because they don't like custom maps for some reason. These maps will be quite tough, but I don't know if there's any restrictions. So what it used to be when I played matchmaking a fair bit was like maps 1 to 10, so the beginner ones, were only available for like, or locked to map 10 for the beginner ranks. I feel like they got rid of that. But you'd think with this kind of mapping, I think that must still be in.
I think they changed it, but the lower ranks are still only the lower maps. I think they changed the map pool for the higher ranks.
Yeah, maybe it was only higher, but yeah. Good luck if you get onto these maps, because they ain't the easiest to do in rounds. But outside of matchmaking, back to the map, you can see kind of take these smooth, carry the speed. There are some optimal ones where you kind of gotta stay on certain sides and... No! Why did they put the poles there? It's literally blind. Yeah, there's optimal like speeds where you can go in certain parts of that looping to be faster, but shouldn't really have to just get an author time. Smooth steer all the way through. No drifting. Go from right to left, so you're already ready here. These are not easy to do fast. We go again. So the red has really stalled me this time. We're up to 50 minutes. But I think that's about usual, 50 minutes outside to the red. I feel like we got to the red really quickly today, but maybe that's just me thinking that. Anyway, we go again.
Still on 14.
Jump through. What? Hang on, I need to try this again. This is not good. I don't like this. It's to me, that's literally just a luck if it's ready to set up. What you used to be able to do in the old game is you used to change the camera while in a locked camera, and you would come out of the loop, for example, so you're in the locked camera in the loop, in whatever camera you've clicked in that loop. But in this, I've noticed, unless they've changed it, but I don't think they have, you cannot change it while in a locked camera. So you can't like be prepared for it. So I'm going to go into internal already, so I can see where this ramp is and kind of jump towards that. But then it makes this lag blind. Ah, I don't like that. This is not going to be enough. Ah, that's a terrible, terrible jump. So, one map and this one part so far are my only dislikes in this initial run. I really do not like these blind jumps. There is the arrow above, which I was trying to use there, to be honest, but even still, it didn't really help. Ooh, that's the optimal, so you want to stay kind of mid. Usually you want to go really high on those, but I think from the angle which you have, you don't. So I'll try and press my internal camera, and yeah, I come out in this camera. Okay, so that was a little bit better, but like it was just kind of lucky that I was already set up for it. Ah, and then I don't like this map. What the fuck? I don't know. That's disappointing to me. I didn't mind the start of this and all that, so I was quite excited for this map. But now we've gone through it, I do not like it. If we go one more time, we should be able to make it on this next one if we get that blind jump. See, I'm pretty much identical to my other run. Have to break a little bit there. Go quite sharp and then go mid. Yeah, you want to avoid the drifts if you can, but that depends on the angle which you go up at. So jump, and like, yeah, you have a little bit of time to adjust in this camera, but I'm still not a fan. Go early, and then... Oh, fuck. That's going to be a restart, isn't it? Not my map. It's okay, but I don't like it personally. Like, it's definitely better once you kind of get into it a bit. But for me personally, not a fan of this at all. Also a massive waste of time to our speedrun, which is a shame. Okay, oh, so you can, I was wondering this. So you can, if you get the optimal speed, jump all the way already into that. But I don't know how much, oh, yeah. So many noises on this map. Yeah, like I didn't have much time to adjust there, because I was so far off the angle already. You want to go through the middle of the trees on that one. So that would definitely be enough, but not a fan of map 20. Not a fan. But we're finally here. Let's continue on. How you doing, Paul? How you feeling?
Still on 14. Falling asleep.
Can't remember what the one which I got really fast was.
This is like a tech dirt.
Yeah.
with corners and dirt all
I
throughout
think
it.
that was the fast one I got. I can't remember. Wait, what is going on with this map? This is a weird one. So the thing with the black maps are, they definitely step up in difficulty, and they also have a little bit of a unique aspect to them. So, I don't actually mind this so far. That was a little bit blind, but pretty learnable. Okay, you're dropping in this time. It's a bit of a boring turn. And it is a jump down. I was concerned that it was a U-turn there. I'm like, oh no. Whoa, that's a harsh corner. I wonder if this is like a Cam 2 Andy map. So I'm a Camera 1 Andy. Okay, I saw a block down there and I was gonna go for it, but then I saw the checkpoint very late. Stay high. Get one continuous drift if you can. Get the boost, one more boost, and in to the finish. Okay, I don't think I mind this. Seems okay. A little bit blind in certain places though. Can we go like for a low jump or something? Don't think so. Maybe in records, world records, it might be later on. Ooh, so I got the low gear instantly there. Excuse me. Let's just continue though. I think I'll need another practice run on this. Might need a few. I think you can zigzag this downhill to try and get into the gear a bit quicker. But you don't want to be turning like I am right now into the gear. You want to already be in the gear, but for my quick playthrough I don't really know how to optimally get past that so far. Right, through the water. Might be able to utilize these dips to get a bit of a drift. Jump down. A bit of an awkward gear again there. Drifting around. Jump through the blind jump. I lost a bit of a gear there, but we'll continue. Again, you can probably zigzag a bit on that, but I think for now, hopefully, that should be enough. That wasn't a bad run at all. Not enough though, so need to step it up. Not the easiest authors later on. Welcome back.
Hello.
You see, I kept the gear there and it was a lot more, had slightly more speed to hold through. Oh, this is a bit of an awkward place.
Of the campaign?
Well, if you were listening, I just said. But I'll repeat. Just for you.
Thank you.
Say thanks, Kevin, in the comments section. They seem good, but one part of last map ruined it on that map, and then just one other map is terrible. Outside that, it seems okay. I think Paul so far is pretty happy with it.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I don't know if you've got to that map I hated yet, because I think it's in red.
No.
I wanna hear your thoughts on that map.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
You got this.
See.
I use the dips to get a bit of drift. We'll jump down. Right, so that time I got no airtime and I actually had faster speed, so probably want to do that. But we go too early. And because it's plastic walls in that water, you will bounce very rapidly, which is not what you want. Too early. Yeah, I think this is going to be our longest one to date. Not feeling these maps.
15. Really hungry.
I'm hungry.
That was very funny.
I mean, someone in the comment was going to do it, so... Had to get in before everyone. Oof, that was very close there. I tried, that was full speed. You probably can release. We've held the gear this time though, with a better turn before that. Haven't kept on that one, but yeah, very far in front actually. I don't know why. But just with better steering, drifts, there we have it. I don't mind that map. I like that one. That's a good map. Quite a tough one, but the Black Series maps in the last campaign were really tough as well. So I think they just say fuck it on these black maps and make them difficult. Alright, we are back to the ice. So a lot of people were expecting a lot of ice this campaign. We haven't really seen that much ice, to be honest. It's definitely kept to the standard of... Oh no. Oh my, that's a tough one. That one there. It's definitely kept to the standard of kind of having a mixed variety of styles, which I like. I think that it would also be pretty cool to just do like winter campaign is a lot of ice and all that. But it's a bit, if it was only fully ice, then it kind of like restricts a lot of people, like a lot of beginner players. So I think it probably is a better decision that they only go for a mixed variety. Who knows, maybe every single map coming up is going to be ice. But this will be silver maybe. Let's try again. So a couple awkward jumps, but can definitely be improved. Take this one very safe. So I talked about earlier, releasing holds the angle, braking makes the angle more steep, so you want to release on this one to hold it. Obviously if you do that it kind of slows you down a little bit, so you got to find the best of both worlds. Let's set up for a better angle here and jump through. Okay, it makes this part very tough to get to, and the signs there don't help. Okay, that's a bit of a rough one. I'm not really the biggest fan of this wide sweeping turn here. Nice.
I'm to 16.
I think that was the map I don't like, so please tell me your thoughts.
I'm gonna one-shot it.
Ooh, there we go. So I think maybe an early start to the drift is what you want on this one. Yeah, we might be here for a while. I'm not very good at ice. I enjoyed it, but I'm not very good at it.
What do you mean you're not good at ice?
I mean, what do you mean, what do you mean? You see me? I keep falling off. I keep falling off, dude. That's not very good.
I'm only good at eating ice.
Interesting.
No comment.
I will also say no comment. Yeah, so this one's definitely gear heavy on this start. I don't like about this. So maybe we start already on the flat. Okay, maybe I guess that's the way. But then it's tough to get up here. Oh, I don't like this first corner. Man, I was really liking this campaign, but some of these are a bit iffy. Alright, let's just go for this terrible start. At the moment, I don't know how to do that optimally. So on this one, you want to go from the right, start turning a little bit. Also, there's... like, it doesn't give you this block here. Dude. Like, this is putting me off matchmaking if I get any of these maps. TA, it's fine, you can just kind of reset, but... that was too early on the drift, so I didn't get the gear. This might be another bit of poor map. Already pretty much be around and then go for the turn. Have a nice start. Go for the air time because then we can fix our angle. Okay, let's keep it up. Do I remember the rest of the map? I started early on this one, I think. A couple breaks because it's a sharp one. And that was terrible gearing, so probably gonna have to go again, aren't we? I bet there's gonna be zigzagging on that downhill, but for this run, let's not bother. This ending, I have a feeling we just full speed. That's a really boring ending. It's like a nothing ending. Yep. It's all in this start. This is literally gonna be a 30-second restarter. All in 30 seconds. This start is poor. Man, that's not really that good. Yeah, I really liked this campaign, but there's been a few poorer maps towards the end. That's a shame. This is super bad. Like, so some people know the mappers, like, some of the mappers are known. But they don't get to tell you, like, which map they do or anything. And they get hired to do the maps, but no one knows what the restrictions are on what they have to do. And I just wonder what the restriction on this one, for example, is. This is like, yeah. I'm really disappointed.
It's definitely Nick's map.
I hired people for this? Yeah, well, there's definitely like... what a terrible part of a map. So like, they've been hired, but I can nearly guarantee that they've still had restrictions given. Like they've got the freedom to make the map, I presume. But then I bet Nadeo was like, make sure to add an ice wall ride or something. But like this first turn, for example, I just don't feel like is good at all. So it's just, yeah, I don't know, I'm really disappointed. Maybe I had too much high hope going into this, maybe. I go very high to get a lot of speed this time. Let's go a little bit later on this turn. I mean, that was pretty much the same, but we had more speed this time, so we could follow it through. This time we'll definitely make this jump, and we're going to over jump it. We'll see if we lose a lot of speed off of that. We gained a lot from that, and we're still gaining, so... Oh, I'm going to have to release, though. Definitely can do this ending full speed. But that will be enough for this one. Not a fan of that one. That's unfortunate. '23! Let's see what we have in store. Any first tries? Watch this. I'm going to author time first try. No chance in... There's no chance that we get a first try. Definitely ignore that I was going to say. There's no chance that we could possibly fail anything. I would be hella surprised if I made these on the first try. Okay, a red booster, fragile, no break. See, that's what I mean with the restrictions. We were just talking about this. And I feel like they've been given the freedom kind of thing to make this map, and then all of a sudden Nade is like, oh, make sure to add at least a fragile no break and a red booster. Like, it's just a bit odd. These maps, I don't know, they're not hitting this season to me. Wait, free blocking? Oh no, I think there was there free blocking in some of the black maps last season? I can't remember, I feel like there was. Oh, yes! A fucking transitional jump, which you can't make with no speed. Pog. Alright, zigzag. See, mate, that's fine, that ending. We're used to that with Nondeo. But, yeah. I don't think this is going to be as bad as last map, but, don't think this is it still. Free block Kek W. I mean, it can work. There's a bit of an awkward position on this one, though. But I remember Nondeo campaigns used to have no free blocking. I mean, there's definitely no custom blocks, which is fine. I don't think they need custom blocks.
There's definitely been free blocking for scenery.
Oh, well, yeah. That
actually,
really
there was block mixing in previous one.
In last campaign, I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what is this block?
Yeah, some of the transitions were block mixed together because they match up. I think it was like Red 17, it was like a remake.
Yeah.
Last season, season before? That one.
Now we got the good start. Let's see if we can get the speedy section here. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Did you get it? Kip, you weren't supposed to spoil anything. Mensch. Alright, that was a rubbish section, but let's continue. I've already forgotten half the rest of the map. Oh my. Let me just get a dodgy uphill here. I think that's a late camera change as well. I'm not sure yet.
What is this? Oh.
Onto the free box section, which, yeah, like, what's a weird jump? Excuse me. Yeah, this isn't going to be enough for Author. We'll try, but don't think so. Definitely not now. The no break makes no sense. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, it's not a lot of it, or at least especially with this map, it's not really the map, but like, a lot of it just seems like it's been put together just whenever it wants to, which doesn't make a good map.
Putting a map together.
Yeah, but like some of the earlier maps, like you kind of have a bit of flow, a bit of style. This shit just has random blocks everywhere, kind of thing.
I was just playing number 12 and I was quite surprised it didn't start. There's already a gear issue. If you
yeah, that's not a campaign. I expected at least 5 maps. I think we have about 3.
But we all love Trackmania esports.
Absolutely.
Isn't no flow then? Yeah, but like, with better mappers being hired, the standard has definitely gone up. But like, you'd look at that map 22, I think it was, whatever the one which had the inside water park kind of thing. That map was okay. And then you just compare it to this. What the fuck is this? I'm really disappointed. Like, people in chat are going to be like, oh, what do you think of this campaign? Well, another stream, then she's going to ask that. I'm going to be like, honestly, because of the last few maps, not it this season.
7 out of 10? Maybe?
I mean, honestly, it's gone down to a 5 for me. I was really enjoying it, and then this is just... These maps are just not good. And they don't even need to be that good, but like... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it in words. I'm just jibber-jabbering at the moment as I get all the time. So let's move on to the next one. I'm not trying to be negative though, it's just my initial thoughts at looking at this. Like, it's just... I'm disappointed. That's what I'm saying. Now, we have a small jump there.
As if that's not author. Oh.
What was I just talking about, guys?
Ah!
Me too. Like, where is it? Where has this come from? Like, that jump. Like, it just... Like, these honestly feel like proper Nardea maps again. Like, just... What? Huh?
I mean, is there a sausage loop?
I'm gobsmacked. I'm just... I really was liking this campaign, but it's gone downhill. I think I've tried being quite positive. And I think, I mean, you might not think I'm being positive, but... Like... I'm still in a fairly good mood. I'm just disappointed. I just don't understand a lot of this.
I think some maps can be quite challenging when doing matchmaking.
Like, that ending was just, let's put random uphills and then just the random right turn to the finish. Bad equal hard. Dude, it's not even fucking... Oh, and now I'm just gonna fucking mold over stupid comments on Twitch chat. I will start molding. Yeah, I don't know. I think this video, because we're going so slow now, turned into quite a podcast for these later maps. Which I think is good, but...
Simply podcasts.
Yeah. Do you guys see that boost on the right there? Oh my, what the fuck is this ride?
I assume that booster is for the respawn.
Yeah, but you have a reactor off the respawn because the checkpoint is like 1 billion years behind.
Oh.
If you have to flat respawn. Now let's just go to the moon again because it seems to be the only angle which will work. Ooh, I thought I was going to crash that. That's good that we didn't. Like, what is this transition? Please explain to me. I don't understand that. Alright, we get to do this one finally. Well, that wasn't perfect, but we'll just go with it. I think you're supposed to be able to bounce against the plastic wall there, and then get the boost. So I feel like there's going to be a cut here, because I don't think there was a checkpoint. Unless there's one right here. There is, okay. So I noticed that this is kind of just a random long bit of... Like, from this part of the map, what is it? Like, it's just... a loop? Cool. And then just a right turn and a left turn uphill. Like, it's just... If there was an emotion for meh. That's why I'm just really disappointed. Or eh. More so. Maybe not meh. But maybe this is just me being stupid and people don't know what I mean.
They keep stealing my turn.
Okay, so you definitely don't want to use the backboard. Let's practice this just a couple times while we're on a slow run anyway. And this just seemed like a bit of luck if you just randomly get the right amount of speed. I don't know. I'll put it this way. I think the campaign was in a great direction on the first lot of maps. Okay? And then we've got into this black stage, and you want difficulty to ramp up and shit, but just like... There's difficulty ramping up, and then there's just putting random shit wherever the fuck it wants to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, none of this is intuitive. Like, it's just... Let's just use blocks, let's just use... shit for the sake of it, really. In my opinion.
The end ones are hard because they're bad, not because they're actually challenging.
But like last season, the maps were very tough, but decent. And they kind of made sense. And maybe that's where my disappointment is at, because I was kind of maybe thinking something on the lines of that. No theme. Yeah, maybe that's a good word for it. No theme. I think the early ones had themes, but then these ones none. But like, just a side thought, the Black Series author times do often take a long time for me. But we've gone from, what, it was like half an hour for the first 15 maps? And then it's just steadily climbed, which is good. You want them to climb in difficulty, with like length of map and all that. But I think I'm also just struggling because shit is just random with these maps, like... It's just taking a long time because of how this is played. And it shouldn't be because of how it's played, it should be difficulty is ramped up and... what is this? Yeah, I am thoroughly disappointed. Unnatural, yeah, that's a word for it. Oh! Shit, I'm gonna have to restart again. TMGL identities back to back? I mean, I wouldn't say TMGL identity, but... I mean, I've always said in previous videos, I'll just skip if it takes me too long. I'm very tempted to skip this. But I won't, unless we're here for another 10 minutes. But, like, I think honestly, getting overtime on this is just... you know what to do in like most parts, but it's just eventually getting it in one run, which could take me this run right now, or it could take me another 20 minutes. And I know that's Trackmania in summed up, but for someone who's played a lot of the game, I feel like usually by now I probably would at least understand. Like, I'm pretty similar at most times here, and then we just get to this fucking ending, and yeah. Really, really, really disappointed. Really, really disappointed. And that's the first campaign in a long, long time. I think there was like spring? The spring campaign? So like the third campaign? Wasn't so good. But I'm, at the moment, honestly putting these worse than those maps.
16's author is...
yeah, I think that was one I struggled with. Wait, is it the one with the wall ride? The big blind up jumps to the left and right at the end?
No.
Okay.
This is dirt.
Alright.
Like
I still want to know what you think of that, man.
I'm almost there. This author's actually hard, so...
Full 2020. Was that Wait, was that last season? It's all too confusing. There's so many names and numbers.
Yeah, full 2020 was last season.
Because, yeah, I think that was a really good campaign. And maybe that's why I'm ultra disappointed in this campaign. Because, like, that was a good campaign. And I was maybe just expecting too much. Alright, we finally got the drift around. Just randomly. This should be author time if I get to the end with a decent pace. Let's try hard. Like, this reactor here, for example, is just random. Like, why? And then a long, like, just random long sweeping turn. I don't know, it just seemed very unintuitive to me. I have to release a little bit there. But 3.6, that is way ahead. Let's go on to the next one. So, I've kind of been spoiled in saying that this is a KEKW map. Let's find out how KEKW it is. If you don't know what that means, just funny. Which, we have water tires right now. Is it just going to entirely be water tires and plastic? Okay, we have reactor still. Oh, we have dirt. We can turn for once. And we have another water bounce. Wow, more water bounces. There are a lot of water bounces in this campaign. Which a lot of people did not like. Hey, another one. Who would have thought? Okay, now we're just randomly going through water bounces into different sections. Wait, and then just... What is that? Okay. But yeah, water tire, plastic drifting. Over the water. It's gonna be a bug slide? No, it's gonna be water. Okay. Stay in the middle. Is this a debate? It is. And a checkpoint. And then a finish. Again, exact same motion of...
I kind of miss the eyes on that map to make it more laughable.
Honestly, still a better map than the last map. At least this is shit in a way that it might be fun. Last map is just dog shit. This map is just so bad it might be fun. I don't think so though. I think it's going into the very bad stage. It's just not going to be fun. Let's go up early. So we can go set ourselves up for this. That's an odd one. And this one was like super, super sharp. Oh my. Are we going to get overtime quickly though? Hopefully we do. Alright, what about this though? Let's find out. Oh, okay. I think that might have ruined our overtime chances. So yeah, I was concerned if we were going to flatland that or not, and we definitely did not. Is enough? I don't think so with that bounce at the end. No, okay. We go again. Yeah, bit just bland to finish off. See, a map which I really did not like in a pretty good season was 2 seasons ago. Map number 25 was just a bunch of freewheeling. It was a long-ass map, and it was just a bunch of freewheeling. Oh, I found that hella boring. And it's kind of the same as this, except at least this has like a bunch of turns, whereas that map just was nothing. We're already a second ahead somehow. So on this one, you want to go watch your gears. And try something here. Yeah, I think that's definitely faster. That's a better approach, but again, we're on like the awkward line to this looping. Very, very strange. Now let's go high and then drift in early. Ooh, I had to release a little bit. Oh. Oh, I don't like how hollow this is here. You know, because we have less speed now though, has it helped us for this part? No, you just bounce in randomly. Okay, what a weird ending. I think that will be enough though. Oh! Ooh, I must be super close I think, if that's not enough. That's quite a tough one then. Because I think that run was pretty good. I did lose a bit at the end, but overall, it wasn't a slow run. Yeah, so you see my gears are really struggling right now. You gotta avoid that. So you can cut the loop? Yeah, maybe. I don't see it initially from right now, so I'm not gonna bother. I haven't seen any cuts from the get-go, but hopefully it makes this campaign a lot more exciting, honestly.
Was that one map that had like a reactor near the start of it?
Hmm.
I reckon you're gonna be able to use that to like fly over the reset and just keep going. Probably.
Yeah, I do wonder what the reactor... Most cuts nowadays in Nardeo campaigns have been like, just if there's a reactor, it's probably going to cut. So, there's a couple on this map. Ooh, that's the speed I wanted to keep. I lost it a little bit. Yeah, see how we've gone hollow there, so now we've lost a lot of speed. Right, so you want to go on the right there and then cut it in, so see how much better angle that is. Now we're going to have way too much speed for this. Wait, no, now we get the drop down instantly. Ah, bad. Yeah, not if... was really happy with the first 15, but... disappointing, man.
What?
Yeah, I think there's going to be like some floating cut on this start, probably.
17 is garbage. There's this
The wall ride?
bump. Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. We get to hear his initial reaction.
Let me check how funny it is.
Huh? It's like reactor dirt wall ride.
Isn't it good? Oh, we're pretty much the same again on this run. But we've cut that hollow on the right, so I think we've lost way more than last time.
Massive half pipes don't change the camera.
Fuck!
No, indeed.
They're blind.
I was just feeling the same actually with that one hole there.
No, I don't know. I think there'll be some cut, but I can't be bothered thinking about it at the moment.
Oh?
Ah, man. Disappointment. This is,
What a
yeah.
mess.
A disappointment is immeasurable. My day
It's
is ruined.
literally me. My day is ruined. Like, it was really fun, and then it's just, yeah.
I matter. I don't understand 17 to be honest.
Yeah, neither. Just cooked.
So we got a loop.
So you can see me kind of tapping on the steering there. If you're going to smooth steer, then that's the optimal that you want. But initially I was a keyboard player, which is why I'm tapping a lot. So go down a bit earlier, get to where the loop should be, and you don't lose that much. I feel like maybe an early release on this one.
Well, it's just me with the. Oh, just after the second steep.
Yeah, look at this, guys.
Like you're getting a.
Oh, but then you don't make this corner. Jesus, but 3 seconds. 3 seconds, just pure stupidity. Bad mapping, man. That's me done for it. But utterly disappointed. Utterly Look! I do still have 18 world rack. I knew it. I knew that was a fucking good time. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. The first 15, I think it was really fun. Looking at the maps, I think all of these were quite decent. The number 1 is going to be a bit annoying because there's going to be the zigzag start. But it is what it is. Yeah, I think mostly, like, all of these are pretty good. But you just get to the later end, 17. 18, So 18, was 18 the good one? I can't remember. So 18 was a techish map.
Ride thing.
Oh, this map was good, but this is going to be random. If there's ways to get this consistently, then decent. Outside of that, it's like a really fun map though. But yeah, just awkward jumps, awkward turns, just random. Usually at the end of these videos, I say, I've really enjoyed this campaign. But I keep it real here. I'm going to say today that it's a miss, this campaign. I don't know if I'm going to be spending a lot of time playing it. Really disappointed in most of these last ones. Just don't know why. Maybe if there's some cuts, I come join, but yeah, I don't know. It's a sour taste. It is a very sour taste because I liked the first 15. But Palmer, what do you think before I end?
First 15 were quite good. I haven't beaten 16 yet, so.
Alright. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people think. Because you're pretty much the same, Kevin. Like, you've kind of done the first 15.
Yeah, it's for a more beginner standpoint, it's doable.
That's another thing, I
but
wonder.
But 17, for example, is just quite weird. It's just like you're getting an additional lift while being in the air. So I don't know. Physics is quite random. I don't know. I think it's just a 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I hope that
Also
they get a
from what
lot
I've
better
seen.
with more practice, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this map was down to my driving. This map was actually pretty good. So this is 16.
16
then,
is quite good,
yeah,
but I think it's just hard.
I was just struggling a lot with that one. That's completely me. But
really
I think
tight
overall
right
it was
now,
really
so,
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, 17, you have like this loop, and then you have this shit. And then again in the end, like, after 17, rubbish. I'm really disappointed.
And I think in general you can say that a lot of turns are, quite interesting. And I think that's just a consistent thing.
I think I've said everything enough. But
yeah,
either way, at least for the first 15, if you made it this far, I hope I can help you. Maybe on the latter, I try and be very helpful in these videos, but I'm not sure in the latter half I was that helpful, but we'll see. But I'll leave it here for now. It's been definitely my longest campaign. That's another thing. Like, once I got to these, I just struggle street because it's just weird. Which eventually you can kind of learn them, but whereas this was just kind of feeling, oh, it might just happen with the author times in the later maps. Like, definitely with the first 15, you could learn them, eventually get them. But yeah. Disappointment is the word, unfortunately, to end this video. Will be my... I'll probably say about a 4 out of 10. Like, it's really hit hard for me. It's really disappointing. If they were just 1 or 2 bad maps, then yeah. But it's consecutively just weird decisions, bad mapping. Not a happy one today, unfortunately. But hope you did enjoy. We tried staying positive. If you're new, drop a follow, sub on YouTube, comment, like. If you need any help, do comment. I'll try and answer. Or come into the stream. Twitch.tv/SimplyNick. Yep, let's leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers on that. See ya in the next one. Kaki's out at the same time as this, but I'm sure I'll be doing a bit of campaign along the side as well. So feel free to ask questions. Cheers to that. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.